Where did they?
And you can try that steel also. That's them. Contact that. Because they should have. Usually they always say there.
Yeah. Okay. And then the other, UVAs have been, the biggest gripe out of all the schedulers scheduling this year. They're the hardest to they have a Tuesday night game because Dickinson, we literally cannot make a single day from November 7th until state work with our schedules. So they're coming here on a Tuesday. It's like, I'll come to you on a Tuesday. Okay. So, it's just that one team that kind of seems to be a pain in the arse to schedule. We have 6 in their division, plus we try, yeah. Yeah, because we go one road for that one eastern swing that they don't have here.
I think that was just mostly we've got small individual games for the tournaments for the fact.
And you always have to add an extra day for the tournaments since you get 4 instead of the 3 days.
Okay. And then the only other things I have is military night. We're gonna go January 23rd. And I have a rough draft of the jersey, just making some fine details with the Legion on the West Coast. And that'll be for both high school teams. And then we'll get jerseys and socks, and they will cover the cost of that. So, and then senior night, February 28th. And then I see Brian just emailed out the practice schedule, so we'll get that in, also.
So, while we're on this with Nikki and the scheduling, I think with all of us in full swing, weekend ice runnels, I think, weekend ice runnels, like people calling in at, noon on Saturday, wanting to rent the ice at 4 and find someone to come open up and stuff. Like, the solution to that is club by email, any weekend rentals, please have them submitted to Nikki by like noon on Friday, so that with everybody gone, we can prepare for that. And then
I guess I'm confused. Are they not emailing you?
What do we receive?
well, they,
Like text message, oh, hey, got any ice time today?
Oh, you want
I
an email, not text.
or
No, it's fine, they can text, I don't care, that doesn't bug me.
I just think it's whenever it's with all of us going to be busy during the season and trying to get someone up here to open and close and back and forth and
Honestly, you're not gonna be able to do a lot of rentals during the season. I hardly ever did any rentals during the season. We're just too busy. No one's gonna be around, so you're just but yeah, just.
So this might be the last weekend.
Once we start the weekend, we're gonna be games going on every weekend and stuff like that, so I don't know, but yeah.
I just thought there was a little messy right there for a little bit, but that was just a solution. I thought that, hey, if you are going to rent, let everyone know on that Friday and not do it today. And then too, with rentals, if you're going to rent, you say you're going to examine, you need to examine. Because going and saying that you are going to examine and leaving the ice dirty, or coming back and there's 50 pucks on the ice, and the ice is dirty.
Bantam Days had it on Saturday, and they left it at disaster.
Yeah.
And that's where on pucks were everywhere.
I don't know, just trying to make
How many people do we have approved exam?
There's about 14 on the list of the guys who did it last year. And in this first 3 weeks, we're gonna start putting the people who want to learn on with the people who are examining to try to get more people qualified enough so that it's not just like this.
And to Kevin's point, like the wash water is something that to
Ryan's
Lisa's,
kind of been here doing it.
I think to Lisa and Sam's point, I think when we're in full swing, people are, when they do get a day off, they're probably going to chill out.
I mean, I'm fine. Typically,
I mean, that was just my opinion because I was the only one that would come up here and unlock the ring, close the ring, and so I didn't do hardly any scheduling during the season.
Well, I think it text Tiffany and she reaches out to us, so that we hear, we'll say either no, whatever the reason is, her advice, no, and we can do it, she just doesn't charge for that. You know, if somebody's willing to do it, more than happy to take money, I would be.
Yeah, I just asked that, like, if they reach out to you guys, just let me know for invoicing purposes. I think there's still one that I need to get in contact with you and have it, you can still be up there.
I never received my invoice either.
Yeah, I sent it to you, it must not cross parts kind of goofy sometimes. So,
When they're calling in a question, to ask them as well if you have a Sam driver. And if not, then we can see, actually, if even one of us can.
Lisa, can I pay for my restaurant with cash?
let me run this and I'll update you.
Give it her.
Give that to her.
Stick with that.
She wants it.
I have to go into
Can I get a receipt, please?
I don't think they should be coming to us for ice runs though, because we should be redirecting them if they ask us to go.
That's what I think. I was not
To make sure it's getting invoiced and paid, be it Venmo or crossbar.
Anyone that you're gonna reach out to that can say has access key-wise, file-wise,
They'll still have to get access, somebody will have to let them in, tell them.
whether it's a coach or.
Some coach that has a key, or one of us that has a key, and let them in the building.
So how is this tracked though? Do you put them in the calendar when they have the ice?
Yes,
And then you also put in the calendar with Zammy. Like, so if they come into Zammy,
I put in the notes, like, if there's a discount, like, I bill them out $100 and put $40 discount if they did their own salmon, but I can start passing.
I mean, you can put a fee if they don't end up Zammy, and they say they're gonna Zam, then you're charged an additional $20 because you left it dirty and you said you're gonna clean it and you didn't. So now it's
I
gonna be
think,
$40.
yeah, if they say they're gonna Zam, who's gonna Zam for you? So I'm just saying, I'll Zam, but then they don't have somebody. Right, 'cause if they say, hey, Kevin was supposed to Zam for me, right, and then I don't show up, right, partially, you do, and I'm coming down.
Yeah.
Okay, so rental should
Yeah,
just go
their
in and
invoice. Again, a two-part issue, right? Because leaving minister is one thing, but if they're paying an exam, on ice, they get $40 discount.
Right.
So if they just want to rent it at $100 without exam,
Right. Right, but like, if they say, hey, we're gonna rent it, and they say, hey, guys, you guys wanna come in?
But that's
Sure,
what
you guys
sucks.
can Zam with us, and we say yes, and we don't show up, then.
What sucks is if someone comes in and does that and just rents the ice and does an exam, then that still leaves up to Brian or whoever to come in and clean the sheet for whenever the next.
Most of these requests are text messages.
Yeah.
Would it be, something we can ask them to send a picture of the ice?
I actually had a couple people do that, like, I had a rental a couple weeks ago, and he sent me a picture from down to the salmon bar, and like, hey, it's clean. Okay, thanks, man. You know, it's kind of nice, but yeah.
It's not a terrible idea. Shoot a picture afterwards and say, look, it's done, all cleaned up, ready to go.
If you don't get charged, you don't send a picture.
well, your invoice is gonna change from 160 to 120 if you do, or 160 if you do, or just give you a flat fee. And although I agree with that statement, that the person comes in next to the end, but the next one that's coming up is we have a scheduled time.
I just know like Jared ran into some issues last year with him having to examine his eyes before practice.
Unless it's homeschool kids.
That's damn awesome.
Thank you for the kids, but I didn't stay home.
Yeah.
No rough riders. I get the figure skating club, they are renting like a 4-hour block this weekend. Is that in their contract? Like, how do we bill that? How do we bill that?
Nikki, I know that, I don't know if Aaron has reached out to you yet or not, but he's gonna put you in contact with Brian's wife, Kendra. I think she's working also on the PBA games, but it sounds like she has a lot of connections, so that may be someone that you could work with to fill in for this work, some of the teams that need.
To go back into a few games here. Okay. Alright,
Maybe.
thanks.
That much.
Hey, safe sport.
We leave that to them. Please. Leave that to them. Let's get to them. You? Yeah.
You need more time to prepare.
No, I just don't want to talk about it to the end.
That'd be good, guys.
Well,
Thanks, Steve.
See you.
Brian.
He'll be back in just a minute. There you go. I had that was in real quick.
yeah, let's go.
He was easy.
Alright. Running through my list real quick, for Rough Rider business, Kevin and I have weekly meetings now set up with the Rough Rider to help work on the facility. I think we're still working on getting Zam drivers done up and trained. The equipment rooms are being organized. I am waiting on more lumber, Kevin, on that one.
Yeah. Josh said we can come by and grab some, so.
Those should have been sent here.
More hangers.
Yes, they gotta go look and see if we got packages out there, because I should have a bunch of stuff.
I haven't seen anything the last couple of days because I've been looking. Kevin said there's another monitor coming. I haven't seen anything since what was came last Wednesday.
So I used to have everything delivered to my house, and then I was having to get a U-Haul and like haul everything in.
Yeah.
Now that I'm having it all out here, like it's touch and go of like what is turning up or where it ends up, because I lost a box of sweatshirts already. So
They ever check their fee on that box?
Sue said she looked all over and talked to me.
Should talk to the school and see the box and high school.
The high school ended up with our outside last year, so
So our process is not great for getting deliveries, so I don't know how to fix this. Other than if we just send it all to Janie's house.
I think that's a great idea.
I have to.
He's got a lot of.
It's so close.
No idea.
Having the parcel off Frank and get it some address, give us operational control. Gonna get together a list of tools that will help out downstairs here and get that run by Kevin here shortly.
Josh Levine said that he'd sponsor some tools for us. Josh Levine said he would donate some tools for some for us to some lumber.
As far as the hockey committee stuff goes at this point, we'll be switching gears to kind of doing the practice and theory reviews. The coaching aids, I heard that, I got that on the wrong, that ice hockey system was approved, is that correct? How am I paying for that? Card subscription, but it's send it to Denise or?
Probably have credit card. Yeah, so, this is card.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Ice hockey systems.
Paper bags, hockey systems, for all, that probably would ask, it's like $12.
Yes.
But it's a credit card subscription.
So she'll just need one link or whatever.
Is Brian gonna be admin on that, or is that Chris?
I think his email address.
Is this set up all the user accounts?
Yeah, yeah, link it to the club email.
I did have one question on the ice hockey systems. There's coaches who already have subscriptions, they want to keep all of their practice plans. Do they import it to this new account, or do they have to continue to use their old one, and can they
think they should be able to do is if they've set it up as a practice plan, they should be able to export the practice plan to themselves and then import it into their new archive.
Okay. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. I'll see if I can figure that out once I get a little play around with that. I don't have anything in current programming for the moment. Things got a little hectic. I need to get, I think until we start getting games, I'd like to get open hockey going back again on Fridays. I just haven't got around to it. And the feedback on adult hockey, other than the payment issues, is Wednesday nights probably a better night. So I'm going to work on getting that developed and back together. We're up to 51 signups for Robbie Lance. One of the other things that was going to get together was starting to go through our historicals for camps and clinics right now so that we can start to get all those booked for the ones after season and get ahead of that. A lot of the future programming stuff hasn't really changed much other than my wife and I have put together a lot of time on the 3-and-3 holiday tournament. And the big question there is, what does the club want to do from an administrative standpoint? Would you want to make sure we have volunteers for that event and run it through the club as normal? Or as that's over the holiday break and we're probably going to be needing some support, have that run through me independently and have me run the ice from the club. And then I'm responsible for finding all my own help and everything like that.
How do you want to do it?
I mean, it's got the potential to make some pretty serious money. I'd like to run it through the club, but if it's going to be a logistical nightmare to do so, I want to make sure that I give myself enough time to make the event successful.
Do you have, like, down, obviously you're gonna do it over Christmas break?
Correct.
Is it gonna be like an all-week thing, or is it going to be
So,
certain days?
We're trying to get each age group done in a day. That way families don't have to do hotel stays and everything like that, so we can open it up to more people.
So this is more like over a weekend type thing?
Yeah, I believe we're looking at like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, Brian, just, I know, I'm assuming you're aware that there is a holiday tournament that's hosted in Fargo every year. So I think for this to attract the West Coast side of the state, the sooner you get that advertised, the better.
This is like one of the final hurdles before we get together advertising it about that.
What are dates? You got dates?
Probably my email somewhere. I can probably share that tomorrow with the emails. With
Like it's after Christmas.
so it's week before, week after.
Couple things
Yes,
I
sir.
have. One, because it's you renting ice for something like that, is that a $200 charge?
I would imagine it would be.
Yeah. And then we would have to figure out concessions still. That is the because my fear during that time frame outside of the obvious holiday time frame is the parents are already so worked out. Tournaments, junior games, and we're still gonna have 5 tournaments or 4 tournaments back during that. That's only to do plus state.
And there's a alumni game during Christmas, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, which is Thursday night. Which brings in a fair amount of people. I'm just wondering if you could tie Kathy's sessions and her roast and all that into. Like, I'm wondering if you could combine, I don't know, and the events.
I mean, you might be able to get away with just having a couple people do concessions and then having like a limited menu. Not shows.
It might be one of those weekends where she gets the helpers.
And also junior gold scheduled tournament, the 27th, 28th, 29th, Madison. So junior gold belt, if they're around,
Roughly how many sheets would it be?
Be doing both sheets and pretty well bell to bell. Fit everything in.
For like 3 days?
I think it's either 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of jumps ahead to the 40-year, but if you do the alumni game and have anything with this 40-year presentation with all the alums there,
roster caps.
Full ice.
No. Zones only. Small area type thing. We need somebody.
Keep track on our, little flip scoreboards.
Yeah, we can have it done that way. One referee per side, and then there's somebody that needs to be supervising and running the bracket wins losses so that we can reseed after the breaks, and then obviously Zane drivers.
Who's watching here? Well, what boards are you utilizing if you're doing 2 sheets with 2 senses?
Bumpers, benches on the ice. Though interchanging the fly coming right over the red line, they have an option.
And then clockwork.
The clockwork is probably just going to be a timer, if anything. Because you got 2 sides going at once on each sheet. So, yeah.
Something's on the set, so.
Yeah.
It's just something that.
So my opinion is we're already gonna be posting $600 I think this is all that I can handle as far as somebody would be,
I'm not opposed to 19 years of $200 clip and figure all that out stuff.
you're taking a bigger risk.
More.
And I'm over there on the rest.
What age group is this?
Was gonna try to do up to bantams, but I'm worried about, if I do it myself, I'm probably gonna cut the bantam group, because the older kids tend to have less of a response to that type of thing than the younger kids.
So it's like making your own teams, or you decide.
Oh yeah, make your own teams.
You're gonna be an adult.
What's that?
So you're gonna be an adult one?
Something to consider for the future. It's gonna be a jersey contest too.
That's like a thing. You can call it paper completion all over. So they're usually a game.
Yeah.
I would think if we had
Santa
more,
Claus there or something, right?
Yeah.
I think we had more time, and we were, for like next winter, next holiday, and more time, that we could probably pay people to do these things once we realize what those numbers are gonna turn out to be like.
Well, that would be easy to see. How many people want to go back?
Well, no, because then we could be helping and
So
all
we're
the
just-
stuff he is gonna have to do.
So we're just gonna go with him for renting the night at $200, and then once you get more information, like concession wise, I mean, all my family's here, so I'm around, I can also help with concession. I'd be just like limited menu.
I mean, I wasn't considering concessions in any of our figures, like to me, that's the club stuff, so.
Okay, unless you don't want concessions there.
Well,
I would, it would be your guys' opportunity to earn revenue off the event.
Okay, alright, yeah, and just when you get more detailed stuff, I
Yep.
can just email it. Do you see my copy? Yeah, I can see myself doing it.
something like
Easy, scoop, weed stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do those concessions during those 3-on-3s and stuff like that, and they raise money, you're making $500 to $1,000 a night, so.
But what I was saying is, if with more planning, to put it out for people to try to hire to help Brian's case, is if we figure out, but if we have more information. And further planning.
Well, you can get after the older boys and see if they wanna make a little bit of money, you know, helping with whatever, so older kids, yeah.
Because he's paying extra no matter what, his schedule comes out for 3 to 7 2 sheets. Which,
If that's what you, I mean, are you comfortable doing, because that's what you wanna,
More risk comes more reward.
okay? And I'm okay with that then.
Hopefully get something by the end of next week.
You got anything else, Brian?
Trying to make it quick, I don't think, the business category has changed much at this particular point in time, other than, now that the user agreement has been signed, are we wanting to follow up with the guys over at B4 Hockey? Do we think that we can get that in here, or we want to just kind of the equipment
Maybe a
machine.
machine, you
Yeah.
know? I don't think that's an issue, as long as Rough Riders have issues with
What was it costing them again, do you remember?
It doesn't cost us
Doesn't
anything.
cost us anything. We get a small percentage of sales.
Wouldn't hurt.
Oh, okay.
I'll see how products.
Yeah, honestly, they're doing like it's on the stage right now.
Where would you think about putting that again? Just that in the downstairs hallway or?
They're probably gonna want us to put it in the downstairs hallway. They like to have it on the way to the locker rooms is what they try to do. But my biggest fear with the way we're set up is if we put it down there, then parents aren't gonna know about it. And they're gonna be the ones with the card to swipe, especially on tournament weekends. So they'll be maybe right outside the front door, maybe just inside so we can find somewhere to set it up on top where people can see it.
Put it over here since the bathrooms aren't going in.
No.
He's like, nope,
I'm thinking go here in this area. It's where all the tables, which I gotta take back up.
It's where we need to build our storage room and our shooting lanes come around the other way.
The decorations go down here, the middle.
Well, is that something that we can stick over here since we don't even have a shooting area anymore? I mean, you can see it from the stand, but oh, there's hockey sticks and stuff right there.
Potentially. Yeah.
And kids, you know, they're like in their bag, oh, I don't want to take it, run on their skates and just grab it. Can they? Or is it cement? Or is it
Kind of
cement?
We might even be able to put it right on the wall where the whiteboard is
Yeah.
once we get the TV up and running.
But is there cement over there or is that
I think-
rubber?
No, I think the rubber,
It poses.
yeah.
The rubber stoppers.
We still have a little bit of a roll left downstairs from when the community was done that we could potentially supplement so the kids can get out of it too.
It's not a bad idea, the whiteboard is. Or that corner is on the side, it's not a bad idea. We never had a shoot on the wall, it was tile up there, it was just.
Yeah, and now, you know, parents can actually see it from the stand.
Yeah.
That thing, I'll talk to Chris too, because he should have a tracking number for the players for TVs. And I'll have him know that, yeah, we're talking to see what's kind of going on with the design. It was pretty much what we
Then as far as completed items, community ice is done, we got the Rough Rider user agreement signed, the club Zamboni got put back together, evaluations, coaching selections done, follow PT done, miscellaneous, open hockey and all drop in all done. Got the figure skating agreement done and signed, there's a copy in there, I don't know if anybody wants to take it so they can
What
skate it.
is it?
The rental agreement for the figure skating club that we needed for our contract.
Did you ever get that Microsoft stuff done so we can start uploading some documents in there, or no, still? Okay.
It'd be either signed or just start
That's quick, I just gotta call them again.
I know we signed it and sent it, but I haven't seen anything go back from Sarah or them sign it. I know they are working right now as well.
Started at 3, I figured they called it at 5.
Nope,
I haven't seen it fully, is that?
Yeah, that's right. Got my portal access for USA Hockey, practice schedules are done, finished my programming, marketing, and promotions class up in Fargo. And yeah, how's everything? Busy month.
Were you guys gonna go try to find some next additional funding for, I know it's not been on your top priority list lately, but it's.
So that was kind of linked towards the concept of getting a sponsor, a jersey sponsor for the little guys. I know that was picked to the marketing committee. I don't know if we made it anywhere on that. As of
When did
yet.
you do that? I don't know.
That was a while ago. The twisted termites type concept,
The
which
marketing
is
committee
concept.
consists of us.
Neither of us know. It's a big part.
Fair.
I think that's something we're gonna work on and possibly start next year. I just don't know what our time limit for the season. We need
us next year as well as an additional resource to help smooth that process out. So I'll make up a little bit of proposal, kind of link those together, get the three of us going.
Okay, perfect. Here's our report.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be quick?
This will be.
So should we just jump to that real fast?
Yeah, let's jump to that for just a minute or two.
We're recording.
Yes. How's it going? Good, how are you? Good. How's it going, Dave?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic.
Here.
So, let's see, none of the rest of the 4-year committee that was asked to be here showed up tonight. Must be busy things going on, so we'll wait for Sammy.
Okay.
The 4-year committee was kind of put together to, I guess, honor the 40 years of the club, right? And no better people that know it better than Dave who started it, and Lynette, and the boys, and all the other coaches that have come back, or players that have come back as coaches. That's who we're going to be kind of buying and getting our information out of, right? From pictures and stories and interviews and stuff like that, so we can have a 40-year like celebration at the end of this. Is what we're trying to talk about. And actually, we've got a couple different dates that we're looking at for doing that as well. So, I wish Sam would not ran away right now. Of course.
Sure,
So-
It's all right.
What?
that's how it works, right?
I know, right? So, like, I've been talking with you about getting your 40-year, some of the history of the 40-year stuff.
Yeah.
And we want to do kind of, or I want to do kind of a more formal interview with you and some of the other coaches and things like that. We're looking for photos because we're looking at doing some wall art in the building. And that, some of the teams that have won, all of our banner teams and things like that. And we have a lot of those actually. So, and actually, Keith sent me a really cool photo of the first game in the original building.
First game?
I believe it was the first game. It's a picture hanging on, I think, his wall.
Oh, that's my wall.
Is that your wall?
Nice.
Somebody sent me a picture. I thought it was that.
2004 state
Was it
tournament.
a pack?
Yeah, I bet it was.
Pack
Yeah, the
arena?
pack arena.
That was a state tournament.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the coolest photos. So
That was 2004.
was that 2004?
Yeah, Scotty needing to, Sydney defenseman falling down. Scotty's going around and Norbeck's coming up. It's a 2-on-0. We missed it. We didn't score. Ended up losing 2-0 in the semifinals.
Well,
But put us in the finals.
yeah, I guess you can't win them all. Right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that one that's hanging in my house.
Yeah.
need but 10 too.
So I try to get that one to get it scanned
Okay.
so that we can do it because I think that's one of the coolest photos.
Yeah, that was standing room only.
Yeah. So and then we have some more photos and all the state championship photos that we're gonna get. Try to get put up somewhere. So I'm working with a buddy of mine who owns a printing company out of California. He was just trying to call me a second ago back on it. Doing all the artwork, hopefully donating it all for us. So
Cool.
yeah.
Over there?
Well, it's right next to us, so that won't take any time.
State today? Oh, there you go. All right. How many kids? There's some 3 football players. Good.
Looks like a good practice.
Yeah.
Back here.
What about you, Brian? Did you hit the ice today?
I've
not.
You're still out here right now,
We did
yes.
ask for help on right now, and, the other one, was start the meeting, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dave, I have a secret to tell you.
What's that?
The real reason we asked you here, the real reason I've been questioning on all the things, we nominated you for the Hall of Fame, and you've been selected for the Hall of Fame for the North Dakota Amateur Hockey Association.
Wow. That's real cool.
Yeah. So,
Real. Thank you very much.
yeah, I think out of anybody in the building, you deserve it the most. So,
That's an honor. For sure.
there's no better person than you. I think.
Wow.
I think we all are in agreement on that. So,
That's it's unreal. Unreal.
That's a secret I've kept since the 4th of July.
yeah,
Wow. It's I don't even know what to say. It's an honor, but it's all for the kids. It was never for me. That's my
and that's why you're in the Hall of Fame. That statement right there.
it's always been for them. So pretty wow. I just don't even. It's crazy. So,
You know, I've never seen you with nothing to say.
it was something to have your name go up on the wall. You know, most people don't ever. A lot of people that have had their names put on stadiums or arenas or whatever, it's always after they left, right? They
Yeah.
died, and then it was the honor was given. Mine was given when my dad was still there, and mom was still there, so pretty cool.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
you're welcome.
That's, I can't even believe it.
Kayla's crying. Kayla's out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was only 4 people who knew about this, and the fact that I wanted to tell you every single day that I saw you for the last like 4 weeks. You can ask Emily. I can't even keep her Christmas presents a secret. So
You did a good job there, but it's an honor to make that. I mean, that's represent Pocket City, you know. So, I moved here 41 years ago, and I said I was going to be here 1 year. It's been a long,
Long year.
long year, but I've loved every minute of it. So, cool.
and you also said you were a good coach, so
Haven't quit coaching. Once you do it, you're always going to coach. So,
yeah, I expect to be like that 72-year-old coach that's out on the ice you told me about.
well, I'm hoping. I watch these guys. The one in Minnesota hockey, he was the head coach, but he stood on the bench at the end because he didn't dare to go out there. And I think he was Jack Eichel, and I think he was probably 75 years old. His kids were running all the drills. His boys were his assistants, so they were on the ice, and then he would, call out the drills and call out the kids. It is. So, no, it's an honor. Thank you very much. I never thought I'd go there.
Well, you're there. You deserve it, and I guess we gotta thank you because without you, we wouldn't have any of this. So
Well,
none of us would be here.
It was when I moved here, there was none. There was no hockey. I went to Williston. I played men's hockey in Williston, and played up there. I bitched to the net, that there's no hockey out here. She said, do something. So I did, and she never said, no, you can't do that. Once we got started, there was only one time, and it was, when Alex was gonna get born, we had a tournament in Crosby, and she didn't let me go.
But he wasn't born for that.
It was, yeah, it came 2 weeks later, but that was our due date, and it's like, you're not going.
Not going 2 hours away.
Yeah, but
It's the only time I've
that's
said
the only
no.
time she ever, said no. She gave me a lot of support. The wives of a coach they live the A&E as well, and when you have a bad game, they're usually the brunt of the bad game, when they're crabby or so.
Where your kid is until you get told to put him in a nice.
And I learned that from Pee-wee, so just, you leave it in the locker room as a parent, coach. You're a coach in the locker room, and you get to the car, you're a parent.
Yeah.
That's, I got told that on a Pee-wee game in Williston, so you adjust it here, so you can see him in the back. It's the end of that one. No more evidence. So,
No, I said you're a dad now.
yeah, so.
There's that, where you're a coach and you're a
But
dad.
the club is growing, it started out with 14. Chris was one of the first ones. He was 5 years old. We had 5 to 14 years old on one team. So, and Chris was, there on day one.
There's
Phone books as shin pads, right? Use phone books as shin pads?
Yep.
Phone books, yeah.
Had to say that first game, and not everybody had them, so we had the Sears and Roebuck, and it was ripped. We taped them on, and there you go. We had kids in figure skates. It's like, they can't wear them.
My first skates were figure skates with the toes ground off.
Yeah. Can't wear them, so. Then I had Freddie Fridley, who's in the, he's in the Hall of Fame for basketball. And, man, he could fly, but he had the toe picks. And then that game, they said, no, you can't wear them. So then they found a pair of hockey skates. Oh, God, he struggled. He's like that guy on the Mighty Ducks, the real fast one. Stop. That's what Freddie looked like him, because he used that toe pick too to even try and stop. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that was our first ever games. Was over in Sydney, and lost that one 5-4. And they came to Watford and lost that one 4-3. So. When they painted the first batch of boards, they painted them brown. Well, you know what the sun does with brown, melts anything on that side. And then it ran east and west, so that whole north wall, the whole length, 200 feet, was melted all the time. And we tried to have outdoor games. We'd paint the ice. Arden had the bright idea. We'll use the oil-based paint. It doesn't set out. Kids would get up in their pants and be blue and red, and oh God, it was fun times. But no, it's an honor to be in the Hall of Fame for sure.
I
gotta get back. I said, we can miss this one. Maybe we can.
I can't write, I said, because it's been 40 years and you started making houses and you had
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And she told me when I could and could not text her, what you wouldn't be there, so that you didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
He's a good one, who's texting you?
Never a doubt. So, this is my wife Lynette. For those who haven't met her, so she's been there every step of the way. So now we have to decide when or what.
So we're working on either the military night probably was the initial thought, or possibly
Maybe the long night game.
the alumni game. Yeah. So we got to get with Bob Gillis, and so that they can get all your stuff done and analyzed. But we needed to tell you first. So
Okay.
and then yeah, we'll work on some dates and figure out stuff out, maybe scheduling and stuff. So we'll get there. Very cool. And when that actually all happens. So
Okay. Thank you very much. Sir. So you got more board work to do?
a little bit. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have a great one.
Yeah. See you in the morning. Brian, gonna be there in the morning?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I think we're gonna have a lot more tomorrow.
It was a lot. They all are.
And 22 last week, I think, because Hunter's pushing all these TVs to get there too, so.
First they want to
The more they can. Right? Yeah. We're there.
See how tired they all are after the first two skates.
They a lot of stuff. Have a little energy to come from mornings. Yeah. That's the best. You go to school or best day of the week. Let's go. So, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
You guys wait for me to come back?
Yes.
I had no idea.
To be fair, nobody knew.
That was a very good film.
He was just trying to come up with shit to talk about.
You're solid, I like it.
Now that the captain's fully on back, hey, they got accepted into the Hall of Fame, and yeah, now we have some planning to do. We'll get there. That was the whole purpose of the 4-year committee, was to induct the Hall of Fame. We are going to be working on it. We'll have to go with some of the marketing stuff and that on getting some of this done. While we're on the 4-year committee, matter of fact, Mark just was trying to call me during this. He's working on potentially donating all of our wall art that I would like to do in the building. So there is going to be. So
Who was that? I'm sorry.
my buddy Mark, right? He owns Coastal Creative out of San Diego.
And I saw that's the thing, so with the mural or whatnot, obviously that's getting approved by the Rough Riders and everything like that.
So I sent Sarah a couple things. I'm like, hey, these are the ideas that we're thinking about to see if they'll even approve us to put stuff up. And then I asked my buddy, like, hey, what?
And so he would print that stuff and we would put it up, or how does that work?
He would print them and send it up here, or he said, hey, maybe I'll just take a trip up there and see you a while. So if not, I can install it. I used to install it for him
Oh, sorry.
years ago. So it goes up just like wallpaper. It's super easy to put up. It's super easy to take down.
Okay.
I mean,
So it's not permanent.
no, it's like legitimate wallpaper, like we have in the 1970s house. So it goes up really good. It looks really nice. So he prints it on purpose. Like it's. I mean, that's what he does for a living. He's been doing it for a long time. So talking to him about getting all these, and obviously we'll have to get everything approved in the club through the board. So I'll have to bring that up. But I asked Sarah, and I was actually waiting for her to respond back on if they even allow us to do any of that stuff in the building. So, which I haven't heard from them after the board meeting, so I'll have to wait till they respond on that.
Less worried about your temporary stuff, more worried about your ask for a lot of big construction projects.
So okay, on that email, on that email, it was literally us just chit chatting here. I was like, hey, these are some of the ideas that are kind of bouncing through our heads right now. And she's like, just to kind of get a feel on what she was saying. So I responded back to her like, hey, look, like that wasn't an ask, that was like me bouncing some ideas to see if like that's even a realistic ask before we actually go through the whole process of saying, hey, we want to do all of these things, and here's the cost on it. Me putting in a ton of hours trying to figure out costs, building and permits and all that other crap. They're just gonna say, no, that's not even an option. So why, I don't know, like I didn't ask for any of those things. Why she included all that in the email, I'm not really 100% on, but I can shut that down. Because we had some other ideas. The facilities committee had some other ideas for some other things. So she just happened to be here bouncing it off her. So.
Okay, sorry, can we just?
So, anyways,
Are we going to go back up to committees and start with the hockey committee?
oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do you have it? Is there anything with the hockey committee? You guys good?
I
Okay.
think we're free and clear. Is there anything that you guys have for us
I don't.
outside of starting to develop practice plans?
Just reviewing at this point, I want to see what everybody's doing, and then once the committee will probably schedule a meeting about a month and kind of review what we're doing versus what we should be doing and how to start implementing some of those ideas in terms of a soft sell.
We have not met since talking about the user agreement, so I'm sure now that that's a done deal, we can get together again and talk about the budget. I don't really know what that looks like, so. It's a little
Mary
bit.
and I go to those, just the starting point, and see how much time we got, that's the manage.
I still would like to work on some grants at that level. There's a bunch of other money opportunities that I don't want to miss out on.
So, Kevin, I don't even know if that's a good question, but do we know for sure if that second year has gotten installed yet?
They're working on it, they might be doing it on Friday. maybe.
Oh, that's another thing. Okay, sorry, I didn't know. Okay.
Did you mention you had a check from the two tax or whatever?
Yeah, that $80,500.
Did they get the full one or did they?
It is positive.
Yeah, that was in the finances.
So I gotta look into the date when that's due, and since we don't, it's not on that opportunity. So we're going for 45 this year.
Because the city goes for that, because I went down from there, travel center for baseball. So, that's the cost of that, so, I don't know how much what the cap is, but maybe you can apply for that, I don't know what the travel center is.
Yeah, I did the Conoco Phillips one, I put it for that one, what other one was that?
I did the rock. I don't did the rock. I don't did the rock. I did the rock.
There was another one we put in for, and they take time, I mean, it could be a year before they even respond, so. Walk into these requirements, or whatever you.
Yeah, so I'm sitting at, from the income standpoint, 62,605, with 78 confirmed registrations and adjournments, another 9 in the AU. There's $24 more coming in from teams that had reservations from last year. Out of the 96 teams that we can provide games for, there's 6 open spots. Pee-wees, the B side was full for months and months. Teams have been dropping out, so I've been filling it in. I might just have to cut that off at 10 because I would like to get that over to you for crossbar and Teresa for brackets.
Me?
Yours was
Tammy, but I'll help her. Okay.
Yes, I'll get to her, Teresa, I just texted Teresa, Josh, there, so I can put that in the email. I'd like to get that up this weekend and get games over there for the refs. side was collecting checks and payments over the phone. This year, that's gone a lot smoother, straight through crossbar, no exceptions. Honestly, I love the Canadian teams, but they are a Giants fan. But when it comes to, I want a spot, and then like, it's September, October, and my team is on A, not B, I was reserved spot B, you can pull me out, or I didn't get the coach I wanted, so you can pull me out.
Well, I mean, they literally better refund our money, so.
Well, that was gonna be a second thought. Maybe a month before tournament date, no refund. That might be another issue. I'm not from the reserve spot of paying, which makes me keep the spot locked off. And then wait list. Well, they dropped off in October. Now my wait list is gone because they filled up. So that's been a real fun last 2 weeks trying to collect money from reservation and then drop off. Teams to fill those spots, and Kiwis just kind of unfortunately. And Kiwi Dallas is money from this week teams is saying I can keep it below this is all the games for the teams. So we got an extra registration in there that we'll have there. But hopefully I can get this 2 10-year, 8 years old, or 12 years old, 2 10-year-olds, and the 12-year-olds just pulled out, and the other spot is better name. Those are full main spots. 6 schools are full, sports are full, communities full. That's where those are at. The only other thing we need to figure out, I think, because I know this is now the merge and trophies and all that stuff. I don't know if she's still getting the rest of them come in, but
We still need banners. And then we may or may not just do, we might not do the pins this year. It was like a $4,000 cost, and it was kind of more of like a recruitment piece of getting kids here. It's more of like a marketing ploy that we're spending. I was gonna get a quote maybe for a smaller amount and see if that was something, but I have big trophies coming in for this year, next year. I mean, I have tons of boxes coming in. All the sweatshirts should be coming. So everything needs to be gone through, and until I see the actual box, I just won't speak to it.
I think we could go with like at the top, just sell it for the smaller. Maybe to buy this is one. Yeah, it's just maybe trees. A lot of the Canadian teams don't do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we still need to figure out some banners and another table.
What happened to it?
It was just kind of thin plastic and chair was over that, and well, it was like all 3 stacks just going to be perfect.
When that glue gets cold, like, it's just smaller, so.
And the silver smith could back up.
No, I think we need more sturdier versions of one that we're trying to still have pay money for, so we don't have to keep it this every year. On the same level, we put all the plates and the champagnes on it for each weekend.
About those replica cups downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Stanley Cups downstairs. I mean, we still have first place trophies, it's just the annual one that stays, big old cup. The idea with all these tournaments is everything is glass, ice, clear, and then everything will always have like the oiler, break, break.
Here.
Yeah. It's a what? Rig, Derek, oh, okay.
Because we got the nameplates in the first year, on to, it's the second year we've had it up there.
want from city tournaments, but the tournaments that we scheduled in those new defender was essentially just reciprocal tournaments. And those ones that we found to be good options. I was just curious.
As far as the weight tournaments go, I made a big old spreadsheet for the change division, all the weight tournaments we have options to, the thought process behind going to other places. North Dakota was to play other teams like we get Canadians down here. That's the whole purpose of our tournaments here is to play not just Willis and Dickinson all the time.
100%.
So we want to get our kids to do the same thing when we leave. And honestly, most of the other places are cheaper than Grand Forks Farm, where you're gonna find a lot of other teams.
And I agree with a lot of you, just curious.
No, we try to stay within like a 6-hour radius.
Yeah, it's how close as far as Grand Forks.
Regina and Brandon are both
We're
closer.
going to this year.
What?
We're going to Waterloo.
8 hours.
Oh, my God.
Okay, but you wanna go to Bozeman?
You go to Regina for 4 hours.
Travel past and,
Same competition.
Well, Jennifer, you love the Grand Forks tournament, right?
No. No, Grand Forks.
Okay, equipment and jerseys.
Jennifer, you got anything for us, Brody?
No.
Okay, so update on all my stuff. I sent you guys an email regarding the gloves and the helmets. I have an email back from Pure Hockey. They wanted to know details and information before they can give me a price. So I should hopefully have, a lower price than what is listed right now. If not,
What is this in the crossbar? Crossbar is significant.
exactly. So I'm hoping to get closer to what we listed crossbar.
Did you call Duffy? Because that's who I talked to.
I talked to, so when I was talking with Jarrett, and Jarrett said 1 year they reached out to Duffy, and his price was pretty much the same as Pure Hockey's.
I reached out to Duffy this year, that's why we priced it that way.
Oh,
So do you want to try reaching out?
Yeah.
Yeah, just see what he says. I mean, it could have changed. I mean, we have tariffs and stuff now, so I mean, who knows what.
okay. Did you give him the exact brand, or did you just say red?
I said the
gloves?
red, yeah, you do the red helmets, the red gloves.
Okay, because that might be a
That's-
little bit of a difference
that's
in
what I-
price as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So I'll figure that out. All the boys are doing gloves, all the girls are doing gloves. The girls are only doing helmets. The boys are not doing helmets. The girls are only doing breezers, boys are not. I have all their sock sizes now. I have plenty of socks currently downstairs. So for those that didn't purchase some of these items and have to have them, we're gonna have to figure out a billing process for it. Yesterday when I sized up the girls, there were some that said they wanted replacement socks because theirs were wrecked from whatever, and I don't know if those parents actually purchased the socks or not. Half of the issue with the socks is there's no sizes in Crossbar for anything, so that's making my job very difficult to figure out what to order. So like, especially socks, lots like how many socks do you need? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So I guesstimated on that sock order that I sent you guys. That's for the squirts, 2 bantams. I went off of the list of all those that paid, that said yes, no, and I just said give me 25 black or no, 25 smalls and 25 mediums. The larges were like adult larges. I think they were sizes that don't even fit Katie, who's 6'1". So we just scratched the larges out of all of that. And I have a ton of extra small, so I won't have to order any of those. But back to Junior Gold 19U with the gloves and helmets. Jared has a few prepared that he's willing to sell to us, which would cut down on some of the costs for some of the stuff that we have to order. I don't know what you guys want to do with that. I'm thinking the cost of what we posted in Crossbar, or if he can come up with a receipt, that direction. I mean, if that's what you guys want to do.
Definitely a receipt. purchase through Crossbar, use it as a down payment to go towards the cost of the other, what it's gonna cost.
Okay, yeah, because part of my thought process with like the gloves, say we gave them to a couple of the girls that signed up for gloves, paid for the gloves, then it would just be a straight switch. The money goes instead of the club, it'll go to Jared because of those, whatever free gloves he has. Same with the helmets, it would be just a straight switch. I wouldn't be ordering anything extra on top. I take those 3 or however many helmets, gloves I have off of my order list.
If they pay him, which is fine, we just need to have a way to reimburse the fund and if they know the ones that purchase. Yes.
Do you want the club to pay Jared, or do you want those individuals paying Jared?
I think for the sake of that, and just have that payment things out
Okay.
to fund the purchasers, the ownership, and then we just keep it, and it's, send me an email, I'll just have to go back and figure out, what that number looks like. Yes, and I know already if they bring up the size, say, well, the socks, and so on, so it's like, he understands, they gotta do it, it's like,
That, or it just needs to be, I was just thinking.
so we do it at the front end, or make somebody else's life harder.
Right.
Or back end, I guess, or call Crossbar and see if they can add some sort of base size and show them on these.
Right.
23.
But like for the jerseys, you were able to select, do you need a junior gold, do you need a, well, not
She
just,
can do that.
right, so I'm wondering if we can just do and I'll have to talk to Lori a little bit more, but like, here's your title, socks, small, medium, large, you select, or none.
And that's, I think she said no, and that's what maybe we got to Crossbar, or she can reach all.
So I was looking at it, cause I had to go back and see like what all those words meant, but she did like juniors, black, white, junior, black, white, senior, no, it's junior, senior, so
Oh,
seniors now.
For.
The socks, sorry.
Anyways, but yeah, so that order that I sent you guys from Bob is just a rough guesstimate with a few extra added in. And just from talking to the PDA group yesterday, we might have a lot more families not realizing they're gonna need socks and didn't purchase socks. And so I think we need to maybe reiterate to them that if you did not purchase socks, you're not getting socks this year unless you tell us right now that you're gonna get socks so that we can get them.
So is that something like send an email out
So
to them?
send a reminder, probably like, hey, check your stuff. If your socks are wore out, if they're not the right size, make sure. I just have a feeling it's going to.
Well, they might get stocks, but we're not gonna have stocks, so they're gonna wait till they get in, because
Right.
it's just gonna roll that too, and then still pay us on top of it.
Yeah.
And I would prefer that those invoices were still through Crossbar, so it's trackable, as
Yeah,
opposed to
yes.
paying through.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Venmo, or a check to me, or cash to me.
And I would be able to track all that stuff though, because when I'm giving out my jerseys, I have a spot in my spreadsheet to do socks, to do the gloves, do the helmets. I'll just say yes, no sizes. That way next year we'll have a better idea of the actual sizes that I gave out for all the kids that are signed up. And like for next year, you know, for growth wise, I'm like,
Yeah.
if you were small, you're probably
I think there's a stock.
Yeah. Yep. No.
Stocks, just chilling, hoping
Definitely
people
not.
pay somebody from Venmo at the time they were giving out.
Right. The other thing for Junior Gold 19U, nameplates. So I'm working with Frank Fish to get nameplates for all the new jerseys. How is that being paid for? Yes.
The nameplates, parents will have to pay for.
Parents getting nameplates.
Okay. Anything that goes on to your link to us.
Sublimated jerseys. So also in that stock order, I sent all of those missing jerseys that I do not have accounted for, and any jerseys that needed to be replaced because they were trash. And that's what's included in that sublimation order. And that was 81 jerseys, which includes black and white.
So those jerseys are just missing, like we don't know where
Gone.
they're at, or, so that's so weird to me.
No, throw John on the bus right now. His daughter went 2 sets of jerseys in her bag.
She sure
John
did.
didn't know,
She
so.
sure did.
I mean, are there still a handful floating around somewhere that we don't know about?
Well, I think that TV group would probably be a great place for them to be floating.
Well, and they also kept them because they had to come in after.
Right, so I'm sure there's somewhere. Yeah. I don't know, I'm still baffled by all of it, but it is what it is. And then, what else was I going to say? Oh, the practice jersey / tryout jerseys that we wore, I'm having them cleaned by Suds down here. They're charging $2 a pound, and they should be done tomorrow. And I don't know how many pounds, because there's 3 totes and a laundry bag.
You know, I always thought we should just do that with the jerseys too. Just have such laundry, just wash them more. That way we know they're washed and clean, ready to go.
And I'll see how these turn out.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of finish and come back in.
Some of those are obviously the jerseys, travel jerseys, and then.
A couple of them are.
Yeah, all my stuff is old jerseys, so definitely those we come back in, practice jerseys.
We've folded, sorted in sizes and all of that.
Well, I was gonna say, Brian or Ceci, what they bring the hockey committee is color standpoint. The red and black colors are very difficult, so when I think about replacing those for next season.
Yeah, and get them sequentially numbered, so we don't have
Double dots.
17s on the ice
Yeah.
for evaluations. So, can you just make a note on there to circle back with me after you've done all the rest of the jerseys and
Yep.
get a quiet time, because this isn't something pressing, but get on it before it becomes pressing.
You said quiet time.
And then just to also go back to the old jerseys. The old jerseys that are downstairs that have a company logo on the back of them and whatever. Pat and I sorted them as best as we could and put them into bundles and groups, matching them. Yes, John?
No, I was gonna let you finish.
No.
I was just.
What, I know you guys had said just get rid of them, is that still what we're doing, or are we selling them? Selling them?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Pat been calling me a week ago. That's why I have the old jerseys on the
Oh,
agenda. Just because he's asked what we want to do with them. Okay, sell them for $5 to $10 a set or whatever.
Those aren't necessarily like you use for the praise or anything.
Correct.
Yeah, but the ones that we would be selling, isn't that the little
It's-
kids that have like the biggest one in Minnesota?
Well, there's those as well. There's also those that we had for game jerseys that have logo on the bottom of like different companies.
Because we don't have enough of those Minnesota Wild ones, those team ones to use anymore for
But what happened was they were on the small size, and so they were, yeah, if they were anything of cam size, they're not gonna fit. Might fit Cohen, but not cam. But yeah, those are,
They just gave some there for your session or half of those.
well, and I do have those multicolored jerseys as well, that have the WCs on them. They're all the blues, the yellows, the orange. I have a huge tote.
Those are the used for
Which, okay, that's fine.
Well, so what was everything that's on that was just the old awful game jerseys for sorts on that.
like anything that we're not gonna use.
If we're not gonna use it, I
That's
think
the
we
point.
get rid of
What
them.
else are you selling? I don't know anything else that we're gonna be using. So.
Well, I just thought it was those teams, those NHL team jerseys, that I didn't know if we had enough of them.
There's an envelope down there. I don't know if there's enough for a full team, but
So we'll look at that and have that.
I'll get a count of what's exactly down there for you.
Well, I'm selling
So all the game jerseys are on wrap. You can pull them up anytime.
Sounds good. I know they were using those old game jerseys for trap for the kids.
And we have a tub of tri-hockey free jerseys as well. And if you call into
sorting through it, and we're in a lot better shape than we were. Nothing been cycle counted or anything like that yet, just working on getting us organized first.
I know Lori was here on Monday and somebody had asked about being outfitted any equipment, so I don't know who's handling any of the actual physical equipment.
I think Katie was looking at the week before AU started for getting everybody else fit.
You just gotta take care of something.
I updated the website today when I saw the email come through, so it didn't say that we were doing it in 2 days, because that's what it said.
I haven't done it, I haven't even touched anything, so I just emailed and asked her questions, because she was very vague on what she was emailed, so.
Well, again, trackability there was
Right.
to be well more, not just.
And there is one night that I can come into and we can create a spreadsheet and more informally inventory it.
I think once we get the lumber and the hangers, we'll be in good enough shape to put the room together. We can make that process a night process instead of a nightmare.
And,
Organization, yes, trackability.
Yes.
It's the same thing. So,
and once we move the totes and stuff around downstairs a little bit in that room, we could potentially have some room for full equipment.
The goalie equipment was what we need to get moved over.
Yeah,
And
once
I
we
think
get
having
that.
that behind a locked door, behind a locked door, that's expensive is.
Yeah, once we get totes and stuff moved out of that room, we'll reorganize again. We'll have probably enough room.
So where do we see the jerseys, because I know like right now we're ordering jerseys to fill in what we have that's missing. How long have we, like the current set of jerseys that we have now, how long have we had?
3 years?
Yeah, this is the.
And what was our projected, like, life expectancy? 5. Well, maybe I brought this up a while back. I'd actually spoken with a few people that were a part of the board when all of the changes when we adopted DRIP and did all this. And I guess some feedback that I've heard, if we would want to look into, because I'm personally like a huge fan of DRIP. I just personally, like my personal opinion on it is at the PB and band level, that even though it is our mascot, I think that there is, I hate saying it has like a little kid feel to it, but it's not really this like aggressive or, more professional
That's
look to it.
because I was on the board actually when we did the jerseys, and the whole thing behind it was to band to below that. And the older the high school kids, because they felt like the drip was kiddish. So the high school kids' jerseys stood out different from the club jerseys.
The only thing that I would recommend is just do the WC, then if you wanted to go
Yeah.
down to PB, you can just do the WC and take the mascot, because it's interchangeable, and you can take them right out of the logo, so.
Well, that was just some feedback that I've heard from people, kids and a guy last year that was kind of making fun of us, but, it's,
I mean, it'll go.
we got a long time.
Everything matters.
What I would, if you're gonna look at a change in that 5-year cycle, I'd look at a different logo for the crest and just put the DRIP logo on the shoulders like they do NHL logos for some of the alternates. That would be a way to have continuity across the group, but maybe those teams that are going to states, we come up with, you've got your youth class, you've got your state class, you've got your high school class. Yeah, well.
So if you did
You
get
can
this,
essentially move the
Band
junior goal jerseys down. and then-
you do have you did get the drip stuffies, though?
Oh, yeah, so we'll talk about that at this next one.
We gotta go to concessions.
Are you done with yours, Jennifer?
I think so, unless you guys have any questions, once our spreadsheet is done, because I'm gonna upload all the kids and their sizes, once the jerseys are all handed out, I'm gonna upload it to, Dropbox. So that's,
That's all on our end, I can't even get into it.
can't even do that? Okay, never mind, then I'll just email it to you guys, and you can do it to Google Doc, I'll share the Google Doc. That way you guys also have it, and can see.
Now that we're talking about turnover, in case you remember, is trying to read that again. Age lane for
Alright, we have anything for concession?
So just
I'm
that
trying to get going.
Kathy did send a warrant walk concession and go to the Rough Rider Center. And then looking at concessions, there's burgers and taco in a bag, and those chips aren't gonna be any good when we hit November. So I am actually thinking about opening concessions next week during practice and just doing taco in a bag and hamburgers.
Let's do it.
So,
Just to give them out for some.
no, we're selling them. So any board members who wanna jump in and help me, that would be great. I would appreciate that, because I'm not gonna ask Kathy to come in and help me. She's here enough during the season.
And when
So-
is this?
I think I'm gonna do it next week during practice. From five to like 8 o'clock or
Yeah,
something.
that's fine.
Yeah, so that's my plan. I don't know, I will do like every day next week. I might pick 2 or 3 days, yeah. And do that. That's all I have though for concession.
Fundraising report.
So whoever wants to join Sam and I this weekend, we will be tagging the drip stuffies. October 31st is our day to get all of those into the hands of the kids.
I bought a
What do you
cake
mean
gun.
tag?
So I bought a cake gun.
All your.
We're gonna take
text it to you guys, so the tag that we made, so you guys have seen a Beanie Baby, right?
Yeah.
So this tag essentially has drip on there, an explanation about him, and it's got like a clever little rhyme about how he's sliding across the ice, and it incorporates our 40-year, that it's our 40-year and our legacy and stuff. So this is the drip legacy plushie, and so essentially it'll go out to all these kids. On the back of it is a QR code to register for hockey,
And then it does have the 2 sponsors that sponsor the plushies on the table.
yeah, it has the sponsorships on the tags.
So we're hoping it works. I'm hoping the tag works. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. It was good.
You guys are doing it here?
Yeah.
Here.
All the plushies are here, so.
Yeah, we'll do it here, and then we might need help on the 31st when it is we go down for what is it?
Trailer
trees. And you
But I think
get
it's some like the older kids.
1,500 kids, 1,600 kids, and you can directly put something in their bag. It is like the best time to market for us compared to working with the schools and being like, hey, will you let us in so we can give the kids, something that isn't related to the school, so.
Trailer trees on the very first one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So hopefully we can put our tent out and just,
I'm hoping it's inside.
we'll run
Not,
out.
and not outside.
If we have, even if we give out 800, we'll run out.
Yeah.
That's only half the kids, so.
Alright, action boards.
I think other than you all,
And I have to grab a check from H&M for the checks ready, but I knew it only, hold on.
Do you, is there anything else I need to do?
well, I'm gonna try it one more time, if they don't answer, I will answer.
Yeah.
Thursday at
Do you have any contact information for them?
For who?
They won't?
Right?
I did, well, let me look, I might have contacts. I'll look.
And then State Farm,
So we don't know if they paid, but they are wanting
they said they were.
it.
So,
So they on basic road, especially when they're supposed to be paying. Missy's gotta get.
Just gave Lisa Gordon's check, Mrs. Gordon, and I emailed the logo to
One company's been very difficult to, because you have to like sign up on this thing, and me and Denise couldn't figure out how to get signed up. So I think we figured it out. I think we got it. But I did update, the board to reach out for dashboards. I did update it this today.
Okay, so I haven't seen that.
So if you guys wanna go in there and check it out, that's what we have. No, this is not. So,
They have not been back, they don't have to do the update game.
I know, I'm gonna give them another week.
So we can,
We could literally probably just go on ice and just rip them off.
well, I'm staying off of
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah, so, that's all I have for Josh reports.
there's a day roll up, I think. 17 will be on boards, mostly over there, and 2 on this. So, and I'll, like, do stuff during the day. I'm gonna keep trying to sell what I can, because I need to work on it.
Yeah, that's it. You reach out to it, $7 and all there.
I have a list, updates tomorrow.
Somebody's
You know, it's in the deadline, right. Most of it is who I knew, there's a lot of probably on the street, because I don't contact, so just get probably. Most of these guys are the ones that are not big.
Alright, facility committee.
Alright, so on the facilities, we got our report back from Divine Kingdom, and then I just pulled, one of our previous companies' bills that we paid them for last year. And it looks like, Divine Kingdom is $4,800 a month for their, that's cleaning Monday and Thursday. So deep cleaning Monday and a touch-up clean on Thursday, get ready for the weekend, for $4,800.
So that also, did that quote also include the tournaments too?
Yeah.
The only thing that I was concerned about their quote was actually an omission, everything else looks fine, is what about the months between May and October, ice year round, and
So I was told to be able to quote from,
October, May is
Yeah.
Like season, during season.
which I think you can trim even like May. I think
We could probably trim
I
it
think
down.
you can.
I was just thinking when we have tournaments and stuff, tournaments, but camps and stuff in.
Yeah.
But you could do it like once.
That's why I
If
was.
it's, it'll turn into spot cleaning once a week.
That's kind of what my thought was, is if we do September to, or October to March,
Yeah.
twice a week, and then the outside ones, single days, or singles.
Yeah,
Once a week. See if she can provide it.
So we're still waiting on one more quote.
We're still waiting on the record report. Do we want to, you guys want to wait and see what that?
Well, I honestly think we need to have someone come in and do, like,
It needs to be cleaned right now, this place is filthy.
I mean, I went through some
Well, that's-
conference today. One of the biggest things is culturally, we need to change how our membership is treated.
Well,
And that's why I swept this morning, because I think I've got it narrowed down to 2 particular teams right now that are just destroying their facility in that way. And if that's how it is, at the end of the day, those coaches are gonna be getting a message. I mean, the little things, if you take care of them, it's a lot less
Yeah,
work. for
but I mean,
everyone.
nothing's been clean in there since June, so I do think we need to have someone come in and do some sort of just a deep clean until.
I don't know.
Do we have an extra freeze?
Yeah.
Ironically, the brooms and the dustpans were in the 2 locker rooms that were tracked.
Yeah.
I told the junior roll kids I was like, they're gonna use it, so.
Well, if we have somebody come in and deep clean, every locker room has to be completely empty. Junior gold, 19U, every single locker room, everything out, all the coaches' locker room, everything out, we'll deep clean 100%, and then
Yeah, just schedule, let us know.
Just- yeah.
Pick it up for the weekend or whatever we're doing
Early
there.
Tuesday. Unless.
What is our official rule? Are they allowed to leave their stuff in there?
They're allowed to.
But maybe.
Unless there's a tournament.
but it needs to be probably stated that their shit can't be left literally all like how on the floor, everything
So,
like
I mean, part of that's on us, like, they don't have enough room in their stalls for their bags, and the bags just get tossed in the back corner of both rooms, so.
But I mean, in like the meeting days that they know, so Sunday night, hey, they can't have anything on the floors, like put it on the benches, do whatever you gotta do. Don't leave anything on the floors. Wednesday night, Saturday, you're gonna do it Thursday, everything.
Like, they should be able to set up their stalls in a way that's uniform, everybody's looks the same, and nothing's on the floor. The big piece that we need to provide is some type of shelving to go behind the back walls in front of the stalls, where everybody can tuck their bags when everything is being utilized.
I had the idea when we were gonna do the other day,
Girls were told to bring their bags home.
On Sundays,
Oh, right.
Can we put hangers in the shower area?
so,
Hangers
We had the idea when we had the cleaning company here, we were looking around about putting a larger 18 to 24 inch shelf above everything. That way they can put their whole bag, they can hang all their stuff in their locker, put their whole bag right above it, and it's up on the floor.
Okay, so
Those steel shelves that we just used downstairs, we just need to get one of those for each room, and there's space along the walls where people are already storing stuff in behind the stalls where everything's out of sight, out of mind. If you walk in that room, you're never gonna see them. They're tucked and put away. That's probably gonna be better than having bags sit at eye level up top.
do we know when we're planning on getting the other 4.5 signs?
I thought I would have already got it back because I'm going to be looking at her today, so I can message her again.
Can we see if Divine Kitchen will come in and just do a deep clean until we get that?
I would love to if you guys are okay with that.
I just feel like the locker rooms need to be disinfected and cleaned and
Cool.
garbage is done.
Did you get their own company to track over there?
Have you?
No, we went off of their old number, so I can ask them to provide us a new number.
Okay.
Okay?
The more competition, the better.
Yeah,
Because we're trying to get a fixed rate.
for sure.
And then we couldn't remember the Divine said it's a platter of cleaning supplies.
No, I think that was.
It's still yes doing that for. They said they could have a line item of billing out cleaning supplies, which if we wanted to do that, maybe that'd just be easier.
Just password.
Just, it just went off.
No, we're never getting billed from, if we were to give them, we bill from their stuff. And
Well, Rock Rider Center is billing us for like the toilet paper and paper towels. Right? What are they?
Yeah.
Well, then we're already providing Divine Kitchen with cleaning supplies. So we
then we just get to
Yeah, I mean, I think the point of them ordering it is they order in bulk or like the entire building, so it ends up being cheaper than what other companies can get. It's my theory.
They might have an MSDS concern too. Building this size, they should have everything in the word done that way, but.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to you the second one on that. Gas meters getting installed hopefully on Friday. They came in and took a look, asked if they could do it. We said Friday, they start Friday morning. Well, hopefully this should be done that day, and we'll have the communication back up and running by that afternoon. Fingers crossed, right? Shooting tiles are going back in this weekend. We're making the shooting tile areas a little smaller than they were. They're not going to reach all the way to the penalty boxes because that just breeds people shooting at the penalty boxes. They can just shoot at the thing and keep the small nets out of that area.
Yes.
Yeah. So both shooting areas will become significantly smaller, and we'll get rid of all the old jump tiles. And we'll have to store those other tiles somewhere. We're thinking about having another shooting area, but
But what about the mats over there that are raised up and people are gonna be tripping on them?
so the mats on the other side right now that we're kind of, well, the building's temperature has kind of come to a stable point. We need to actually take and pull those mats up, trim it, they need to be trimmed and glue it back down. So we'll have to get some glue and stuff. We'll source that from Lee probably. Hopefully Josh will give us that as well. He's been really good about supporting the flow. So yes,
We should probably do some sort of, we should probably do some sort of,
talking about it.
Well, if he's gonna donate a bunch of stuff, he can fill up that form, we can get a pitch for recreation services.
Okay.
That's the other thing, like, all this up here, where you want the tire fields.
we'll have to talk about that.
We did the reciprocation national.
Oh, yeah, there's no room.
Well,
No.
we need to be there on how much you want to reciprocate for, which rate, if you're spot, you can't just.
They should stay on the board, like how much their service is worth.
I'll look at it.
Exam driver training is going to start with the next week. I need to get you guys to get an email sent out about anybody wanting to be an exam driver to get in contact. That way we can start putting exam for prospective drivers with our good exam drivers right now we have going, and they can train a whole day, and then the next week they can be hopefully driving supervised that next week.
Did Sarah say anything about putting some sort of different lock on that not sharpening or where is it?
I was waiting on hers after this meeting, so I haven't heard back from there. I haven't got an email back from her yet. So,
Okay.
as far as, that's my last thing here, the skate sharpener parts have arrived. I gotta bring them in the building, they're in the truck right now. That room is going to remain locked. We're gonna build a rack outside, just like they had in the old building, where you need your skate sharpened, you put them here. Once they're sharpened, they go back up, they go on the hazard sharpening rack. That way we keep all the kids out there, we keep the liability down, and we don't have people destroying our equipment. Speaking of destroying equipment, have you guys put any thought into what we want to do with the people who destroy our equipment?
What was the cost of them per?
The diamond bits are $36, 28 or $36 a piece. Or do we want to just say we're done with all that and that door stays locked?
Just set the new standard going forward.
Just set the new standard going forward.
I agree.
Okay. So, yeah, that's
The whole
done.
machine up, I think we have a different conversation.
Do what?
Look at the whole machine up, I think we have a very different conversation.
For sure. So, yeah, that door has been, if you guys ever see it unlocked, just please lock it. I saw that it was already propped open today, again. So somebody got into it and propped it open and left it open, so.
Jamie was in there yesterday, trying to be his kids.
So, I'm gonna put a note on the door that says please lock and leave. That way we don't have, because even last week we had a parent come in and say, hey,
Promise you, unless citizens are really way in and out of there, like during tournament time, meantime, it's gonna make it off.
Yeah.
Which is fine if there's lots of people around, so it's super muddy.
right, right. During this season, right, we have parents, like, we had one last week, came up here, well, girl here, and he's like, hey, I need to get the skate sharpening, I was like, sharpen the skates, and like, we sharpen skates before, he said, yeah, and I said, okay, cool, I'll go down there with you, because we're working on this, and he couldn't even run into the skate in the lock, and I'm like, he's like, well, I've done it once. And yeah, you're not a skate sharpener, so I'll sharpen your skates, like, that's the problem, is that people think that they know how to do it, and then they destroy things.
Would it be easier, because I could ensure, watch it, if you hang the sharpener sign on the freaking door of the things.
That's the plan, surely, that we'll have.
If you are not on this list, do not touch.
Yeah,
It's not gonna deter it 100%, but maybe they'll think twice.
yeah.
Like, if you ready, you buy it.
We're not trying to super skate sharpness.
We don't charge our own people for skate sharpening, but during tournaments, we've always charged $5 for sharpening skates. We did it last year.
Well, if you guys got the money, and then go to that.
No, we went right to the concessions.
I've always just done it, I guess.
But we never tried
I'm
for
mostly
our
trying to
own.
away at tournaments, because we don't have somebody here that's dedicated to shirts. So
Right.
unless somebody had physically goes to the building that know how.
Well, and a bunch of people last year told me, like, hey, can you sharpen skates for this kid?
We should do like $25 a training for tournaments. There you go. If you want them done, $25.
Oh, yeah. I would agree.
Are you done?
What?
Are you done with your stuff?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay. Disciplinary committee. Nothing.
Well, I gotta reach back out. Real quick, I gotta reach back out to Scott, confirm those two kids that have one suspension from this long. It's not
About the volleyball issue.
Oh, yeah, you guys got my email.
It wasn't an issue, but I think Brian can shed light as to like what the conversation about.
Oh,
Where priority stands.
So I was asked by a number of parents on that particular issue, and kind of what I said was, as you're getting to that high school level, all of your NGBs are going to be recommended going down to 1 or 2 teams. That we can't tell them what they can or cannot do as far as ice time goes and what they're going to prioritize. But I recommend that they had a conversation with the coach and find out what they were going to prioritize, when they were going to prioritize, and make sure that was communicated appropriately. And that both the parents that asked, I recommended that the athlete did it, because at that age, it's a good habit to to start building for life skills to be able to communicate those things. So those are the parent conversations. Later that night, Jared texted me about adding additional ice time to the schedule for the kids that specifically couldn't make volleyball, and I simply because of volleyball. And I simply asked him back, half sarcastically, was volleyball going to be making makeup sessions for ice hockey? And I didn't hear back from him until the next day, and we talked on the phone, and he asked if like, it'd be okay if they saw if they could skate with any of the other groups, and I said as long as he cleared it with the coaches of those levels, I didn't see an issue with it being early season, but he had to get permission from those coaches prior to offering it to the athletes.
He did, so I did tell him probably so whatever, but he did send an actual email that if you have a conflicting high school sports or excuse for practice during those volleyball game that times. Can't speak for your group, I don't know, I assume football's an issue there for a few. Yeah, so we're not requiring it, you have other
I mean, our season technically doesn't really start until November anyway, so.
the league's games.
I think the official answer is our season started. If you're a multi-sport athlete, you've got another night going on, you just need to communicate with the coach.
But at no point they're not gonna be punished, they choose to. I'll have you on that email and I'll relay that to the activity instructor so that there's clarification coming in general from our clubs that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, there was another one about tryouts for the middle school. I think it would speak for you, but all you wanted to know was if you were not going to make a trial due to another conflict.
Correct.
If you try to appease your schedule every weekend, somebody's going to be affected in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
What about church on Wednesdays?
Church on Wednesdays, obviously that's been a little bit of an issue that's come up. The fact that we lost 2 teams from our original forecast kind of helped alleviate that. I managed to move the schedule around. That was the reason for the email. I was waiting for the last minute coaches to get back to me on the moving parts. I don't see the coaches that have said they do Wednesday ice slots having any issues with kids missing. That again, as an administration, we're supposed to be taking care of the hockey club and providing opportunity. If there are conflicts, whether they're hockey, whether they're church, everything like that, like we can't make people's minds up for them. This year is definitely going to be a little bit easier because of the fact that we had those 2 teams drop off. But if we bump our number of teams back up in order to get everybody to the recommended number of ice touches, Wednesdays are going to be a thing at some point moving forward.
I think there could be an option to doing like a morning practice to also, I mean,
If the coach and the parents, yeah, 100%.
Alright, moving on.
I've got additional 2
So, the Rough Rider is installing new lights in the Hanson Arena. They should be here hopefully in 3 to 4 weeks, and then they'll schedule change out all the lights in the whole underneath the ice, or above the ice.
Underneath that.
Underneath that, the lights under the ice could be like pretty distant. But it's the same lights that are in the basketball arena. That's the same ones that are putting through the entire building. So they are going to put in, they are on a dimmable switch as well. So that's the one. Sorry.
What was the other thing? Fall church.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
Alright, can we postpone and have a bylaws to the next meeting?
I had it here just to,
I got one thing over. Where's that second?
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Did anyone see Sarah's email about the field house being launched for state tournament?
yeah, we could use where we use the annual meeting, which is.
Yeah, I would say.
Everyone's fine with that?
I mean, you're gonna need it first day, so.
Yep, they were in charge from one or the other.
For moving to.
You have those already?
I think it's easier to hear, it's just gonna be included.
Oh, yeah.
The handbook of bylaw
state level, kind of what that looks like. I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see what they come back at.
I think their crowd is to come back with something that's nice in December. We should have something right there.
They have to know by January.
Yeah.
The
The
state.
state needs to know, but, because I think they said they're going to kick it to November.
Communicating between that meeting, I would think.
Well, like we have some questions, they could always.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're trying to figure out what they want the committee to look like, and if they want representation of the hockey club there, and all of that. So,
Did taking us on anything about ag football?
Okay, is that it? Okay, so I put game sheets and game books on here just because I'm assuming we're not doing game sheets this year, or are we doing game sheets?
The state moved away from it. I know Jamie didn't want to beta test it on the sermons.
Okay, so my next question is, do we have enough game books to get us through the season, or do we need to contract the state? Because last year we were scrambling and I had to meet someone in Pittsburgh and we're gonna need more game books. Oh, is there a big box full? Is that gonna be enough? That should be enough.
Make sure to look,
Are they?
I can look with the others.
Okay. So
Those may be, put that in there.
those are probably not used, but those ones up on top. Okay, that was my next question. So we're going with using game books. I do think that we do need to.
I think that,
These ones are used.
yeah.
Right. So how many books do we have that aren't used? I got you guys. I don't know. I'll just share it. Someone else actually. I shared this with everyone.
I think we can do a combination. Ryan's got it, she got it. I think we could do a combination of the two. If we wanted to do, we got the iPad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see us do at least like the league games.
Well, that's my point, is I think we do a combination of games on, game sheet and iPad.
So we used to it.
And then see how that goes before it should go to the situation. Ryan can get some, Lori, I don't know, all the things, she's gonna send some answers to the other
And
town.
I would like, NKHK uses, or Minnesota uses the game sheets for all their games and stuff, and it's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
I would like to see us head towards that way.
So I think we're basically right there. It's just like testing those iPads. We're down there, make sure we're plugged in and it works on iPads. So is there a test game we can do? Then we're gonna get charged for it. Right? So
When I talked to them last year, they said that we could try it during the free.
you know, the guys in the league, it's like, pretty full of those games.
Yeah, I think it's 335 or something like that.
So not much more.
Well,
No, it's not charging it.
Okay, are we moving on to Recreation Center currently?
Wait, so Brian, are you gonna reach out to you, Sheila?
I can reach back out, yeah.
Okay, Kevin.
Check that in there. I kind of edited, we don't think we can.
What?
Everything went cool. You must be on a different email pattern.
You guys need for me a second? Oh, I need that.
That's why I was Brian for you.
Okay.
Oh, well, you know, hey, look, I gotta go blind.
I would like to try to get out of here in the next 10 minutes.
Alright.
15.
This would be cool.
Rough Riders Center curling. Okay, so what, obviously we were gonna get anything you said it on there. I mean, technically, we have nothing to do with the curling. I don't know, I know the ice kit and stuff is ours, and, you know, we built the ice, I just don't.
It doesn't. It doesn't sound like it's curling though. It sounds like it's a group that wants to do curling. It's a private rental, not the actual curling part that's doing it for a team building exercise. Which is weird because all the rentals are supposed to come through us in the first place. So it's like, I almost feel like it's that first limb that they're picking on to see what they can and can't get away with. But I do concede that they do own the curling equipment. We don't.
Yes.
My these kind of rentals, so.
The only kind of rental I can see is ever being an issue ever is a curling situation.
Yes.
Any other type of rental?
It's
now.
straight, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, until there's
Are they gonna go to operating the building in full? The answer is no.
until there's something in place. Okay,
If you guys are comfortable with that, like,
I mean, I was.
I don't think this is gonna happen a whole lot,
I didn't think so the first time.
so.
It's good, it's gonna be a year. The year in the Winter Olympics.
Can we move on to say?
Can we turn the camera off though?
Well, do we have to motion to?
Someone's gonna have to make.
So I'll make a motion to do a 50-50 split on revenue for the Rough Rider boat season currently for champions.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Do we need to go into executive session to discuss this?
Yes.
So I'll make a motion to go into executive session, take a.
Just put it outside.
John,
There's
my computer died.
Oh, that's,
Can you,
mine's closed to that.